Get ready for a deep analysis of two thrilling women's 60-meter races that highlight the full spectrum of sprinting excellence. On one side, a fiercely competitive European indoor final where every hurdle and every step matters. On the other, Thompson-Herah delivering a dominant performance that reminds everyone of her greatness. We break down the starts, transitions, and finishing phases, showing how races are won in milliseconds. If you want to understand the balance between technique and raw speed, this video gives you a clear and exciting perspective.
There's that big screen that we've been talking about. It's not directly overhead, that's a bit of an optical illusion. It's actually almost over the home straight. The straight, I should say. These are the finalists. So Arita Herska, 3 times national indoor champion including 2025, the Finnish woman in lane 8. Vissa Grahovska, European Championship silver medalist in the 100 meters hurdles in 2022. Marlon Mayer has improved this year to 792. She's the reigning German indoor champion. Sarah Lynn, twice a finalist at the World Indoor Championships. The Irish woman looks really good in her semi-finals. The defending champion in lane 7, Arita Herska, making it 2 finishes in this final. Herska, European champion outdoors in 2022. She's in one of the central lanes, lane 4, after in a superb semi-final win. Ditaji will be alongside in lane 5 European Championship silver medalist in Rome last year, and then the biggest cheers of all of them. Go to Nadine 2019-60 Met Pally champion, and she repeated it in 2021. Can she make it a hash? Running really well in her semi-finals as well. It's personal best of 77. So, she is the quickest woman on career times in this final. The dramatic music sounds. March 23rd, years of age, competes for the fan club. Of Roberson student Nad, now 30 years of age but still flying the pole can. We're going to be seeing her sister in action as well over the course of these championships. Sarah Lynn gradually closing down on Derb Rock's venerable Irish record, and then on their outside the 2 Finns Arita H and Arita Herska. On your marks, from the inside. Make Vioska and refix just to stand up behind the line, please, just adds a little bit more to the tension. It's unusual little episode that, but you're right up another notch, called forward for the second time. Grahovska and Kambundji all looking very impressive in the semifinals. Kambundji away very quickly. But it's now pulling away, just edging out, and looks as though she got the 3rd place there, 766, but looks like if it's confirmed it's a European record, shaving 210 of a very long-standing record held by Susan for almost 20 years. .767, it's a European record. It's a championship record, and it's a gold medal for Switzerland. Wow. The European record at 76 by K was the world record for a long time. Not just the European record, that is a mighty performance from Kambundji 767. It's still under the old mark, European record of 768 by what a race. It was always going to be between those three, they all delivered, but Kambundji, I thought V got a brilliant start, but Kambundji they're equally as good without a doubt as we look here and see Herhala crushing to the track. But utterly superb textbook hurdling from both V and Kambundji there. Sauce just stuttering. I think she clipped a couple of Kambi absolutely flawless as she flies down this very fast track. And all credit as well, a national record to Nadine Vissa.
Lane 3, Leonie Smith. Lane 4, Olympian Kathleen Forbes. Lane 6, Olympian Ramona Burchell, Sprint Tech. Lane 7, Olympian Duralivi, Legacy Track Club. And in lane 8, Ashley Williams, Sprint Tech. So feeling away they go now. Look to lane 5 for the lane Thompson-Herah in the win. 7.22. The first time.
So feeling away they go now. Look to lane 5 for the lane Thompson-Herah
In the win. 7.22.
The women's 60 meters has once again proven to be one of the most explosive and technically demanding events in track and field, and two recent races perfectly captured its intensity, from a highly competitive European indoor final to a dominant performance by one of the sport's all-time greats. Together, these races highlight the contrast between rising continental talent and established global excellence. At the 2025 European Athletics Indoor Championships, the women's 60-meter hurdles final delivered a race defined by precision, rhythm, and composure under pressure. The field was stacked with both proven champions and emerging stars, creating an atmosphere filled with anticipation. Reigning champion Arita Herska entered with the goal of defending her title, while Nadine Vissa, a two-time former champion with a personal best of 7.77 seconds, brought both experience and raw speed. Alongside them were athletes like Poland's Vissa Grahovska and Switzerland's Ditaji Kambundji, both seen as serious medal contenders. From the moment the race began, it was clear that execution would be everything. In such a short event, even the smallest mistake can decide the outcome. Athletes like Finland's Lotta Herhala and Germany's Marlene Meyer showed strong early phases, while Ireland's Sarah Lavin relied on her consistency to stay competitive. In the middle lanes, where the favourites were positioned, the battle intensified. Kambundji's technique over the hurdles stood out, clean, efficient and aggressive, while Vissa's raw speed kept her firmly in contention. Herska, meanwhile, attempted to balance control with aggression as she pushed to retain her crown. What made this race so compelling was the balance between technical excellence and competitive pressure. Every hurdle required perfect timing, and the athletes who maintained their rhythm gained crucial advantages. It was not just about speed, but about minimizing errors and maximizing efficiency over each barrier. The final result reflected this delicate balance, as fractions of a second separated the medalists in one of the most competitive indoor finals in recent memory. In contrast, the flat 60 meters race featuring Elaine Thompson-Herah told a different story, one centered on dominance and legacy. Unlike the unpredictable and tightly contested European final, this race showcased the authority of an athlete who has already established herself among the greatest in sprinting history. Known primarily for her Olympic success in the 100 meters and 200 meters, Thompson-Herah demonstrated that her speed translates seamlessly to the indoor 60 meters. From the start, her superiority was evident. Her reaction time was sharp, her drive phase powerful, and her transition into top speed nearly flawless. In a race where there is little time to recover from any inefficiency, she executed every phase with precision. While her competitors attempted to keep pace, Thompson-Herah created separation almost immediately, reinforcing her reputation as one of the most complete sprinters of her generation. What distinguishes her performance is not just the result, but the control with which it was achieved. Even in a shorter sprint, where margins are incredibly tight, she maintained relaxation and technical clarity, two elements that often separate elite athletes from legends. This race served as a reminder that despite facing challenges in recent seasons, she remains a dominant force whenever she steps onto the track. When comparing these two races, the contrast is both clear and fascinating. The European Indoor Championships final represents the depth and competitiveness of modern athletics, where multiple athletes are capable of winning and success depends on flawless execution under pressure. It highlights the emergence of new talents and the ongoing evolution of the sport at the continental level. On the other hand, Elaine Thompson-Herah's performance represents established greatness. It is a display of what happens when experience, talent, and confidence come together in perfect harmony. While the European race was defined by unpredictability and tight margins, her race was defined by control and authority. Together, these performances illustrate the full spectrum of the women's 60 meters. On one side, rising athletes are pushing the limits, striving to establish themselves among the elite. On the other, legends of the sport continue to set the standard, reminding the world what true dominance looks like.